Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa and this is the.creabea yarn. Today I'm going to do a deep dive focus video on my latest finished object, the Tolsta tee by the.creabea. I'm going to tell you all about the yarn that I use, which I, by the way, spend less on the total amount of yarn than on the pattern. I'm going to tell you all about the modifications and everything that you need to know. So let's do it. In real life, but the majority of my knitting friends are virtual friends that I have met through social media. I have several friends that I love and get inspired with, and then some that we knit a lot of the similar things, and some are just like wild cards and I'm just like drooling over what they knit. So, you know, all variety of people, friends out there. I have a friend, her name is Maya. She is a sewist, I think she's a spinner, and then she also is a very accomplished knitter. She is quite younger than I am. She is from the Seattle area and she works at La Mercerie. She is hosting a match along with her friend Emily from Gently Chaotic knitting channel. You should check her out. I'm going to place all the information on the screen at the same time on the description box so you can link and subscribe to all of them. But they are hosting a match along. You guys know I never participate in knit alongs or host any knit alongs. I don't know, not for me. But they are hosting a match along where you match your pattern project with a friend, and she is hosting this with Emily. Emily and Maya are hosting this match along. Check it out as well. And they both knitted the Tolsta tee, and they did the stripe version with a main color and a contrasting stripe, and then the other one did the same colors but in reverse. So super cute. I think this match along goes up to October 31st, or no, October 21st. I think that's the day of Rhinebeck, and you should check it out. I have not watched any video that Emily have published. I just subscribed to her YouTube channel, and I also subscribe to the.creabea YouTube channel. the.creabea, it's the handle name for Instagram, the.creabea, and then her YouTube channel is the.creabea knitting channel as well. I don't know, I'll have it here. Rebecca is I just started following her like this week, so I have never watched anything from her. I don't know anything. I know she is a new designer. She designed Cargill sweater. That came, I think that was her first pattern. It was published in September 2022. It's not even a year in and she has 8 patterns published, so I mean, like, hello. The pressure. But I have never watched anything from her, so I'm going to, as always, go deep dive into the pattern and everything, so I don't have any point of reference because I have never followed her. I pay for my own pattern and I pay for my own yarn, so this is going to be unbiased as F, okay? And I have a lot of thoughts, so buckle up. I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but Cargill sweater is on my to be knit this fall. I bought the pattern last year. I had good intentions and I failed miserably. But this year is gonna happen, okay? This year is gonna happen. This pattern that we're going to talk about, the Tolsta, is a pay pattern. It's 7 pounds, or if I'm going to convert it to dollars, it's $9.40. It comes in sizes 1 till 10 to fit a bust size. I'm reading, okay? I'm like all my details. To fit a chest from 31.5 to 66.75 inches. So very size inclusive. She described it as a Tolsta tee is a perfect basic raglan t-shirt that can be canvas for all of your creative ideas. And that's what actually kind of like, you know, sing to my heart, and I was like, we're buying this. Yes. It's done in a decade weight yarn, and it's knitted, or it's recommended to be knitted in a US size 6 for rib, in neck, and all over rib, and size US 8 for body. So it's going to be drapey and airy because you know, the needles are a little bit bigger. And the ease is from 0 ease to 3 inches, not too much. So what attracted me to this pattern? As you guys know, I'm trying my best to grow a little bit my summer knits, and I want to knit more with cotton, linen, and bamboo just to be more weather appropriate. And when I saw this sweater being advertised as a summer top, which it was designed for cotton yarn and in a DK weight with bigger needles, I jumped right into it. So when you buy the pattern, you get 2 PDFs. One PDF has all the instructions, straightforward, you know, gauge, whatever, everything you can find. One thing that I was a little, I expected, especially from a younger generation, which are more, I don't know, like tech savvy, is just to have like, I don't know, like some kind of outline or a little picture here and there. So it's, I will say, one of the things that she can, you know, add that will bring her pattern, I don't know, like give it a little juice to it. But straightforward pattern, easy to follow. I think this pattern is for an advanced beginner, and if you are like me that follow instructions to the dot, you have no problem. Everything is laid out there for you. The second PDF, it was the one that I was actually impressed. I know, I was impressed. And I'll tell you why. There's a bunch of modifications. So she gives you the information on how to gauge swatch if you're going to add a little texture to your pattern. She also gives a bunch of links on, for instance, like a bust adjustment if you are a bit chested, if you want to add a little bit of, you know, fabric to your chest area. She gives you the actual instructions and then also links so you can, you know, have that extra support there. And then also she divided the modifications in 2 or 3, I think it is. It was stripes, and she gives you how to do a jogless sweater or links for that, and also a lot of examples with the Ravelry name or usernames, and you know, so you can go to the projects actually on Ravelry and check it out with all the info. And also she gives you like a little instructions under each example, but bunch of examples, actually a lot of examples. I was impressed. I was freaking impressed. Okay, like just saying. Then you have also texture modification, also the same thing. Bunch of examples with some of the you know, adjustments that they did, and then Ravelry's in them, so you can check that out. And also I think the third one was texture, and then I don't know what was the third one, but the third one, it was just other modifications that people did, like adding this or adding like a picot edge to the sweater. You get it, okay? You get it. There's a lot in there. So it's a little high up there price-wise, $9. You know, I don't want to say it's high there because there's some other that are quite expensive and you don't get as much, which is surprising. Okay, so get this pattern. It's really good. I actually was impressed. Lisa, do you gauge swatch? Yes, I did. I did freaking gauge swatch, and I'm really good at math, and I have to say, gauge swatching, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. Like, I do the math, I take the measurements, all that. I do woodworking, okay, and I always have perfect measurements. How can never translate to a freaking knit, okay? It's just like the same with sewing. Sewing, you have a more chance for it to fit you than freaking knit. It just takes like a mind of our own. Like, I don't know, I just cannot comprehend swatching. Okay, just saying. But I did gauge swatch. I was going to do a size 2, but when I took my little measurements, I was just like, let me just go up to a size 3 so I have a little bit more space. However, the designer suggests that if you're going to add any kind of lace, anything, always gauge swatch with that modification, just so you know how the fabric works. And I didn't do that, so learn from my mistakes, because I'm always complaining about my mistakes. I never change them, okay? Just keep doing that. I know. But I kept the needles how I swatched with the needle. So US 6 for the rib, US 8 for the body. If you don't follow Cocoon Knits on Instagram or Ravelry, you should. I think her style is goals, and I don't get influenced very often, okay? I will say Leslie Flynn and Cocoon Knits are my top influences right now. And she did actually tested this pattern, and I think she did 4 versions. I may be mistaken, maybe she did a 5th. Sorry, I'm dying, okay? Like, it's so hot. But she did this version in a white and a black, and I am dead and diseased over the black, and I'm trying to control myself because, I mean, black, Tessa's 100 degrees may not match, but who knows, I may do it because, hello, it's so cute. But she has very detailed note on her projects on Ravelry, and I follow her recommendations or her notes for this version. So what she did was to do 6 repeats of a block of 4 rows. So the first row is a yarn over, knit 2 together, and you do that all around. And then on the second, third, and fourth rows after that first row, you just do rows of knit, and then you repeat that block of 4 rows 6 times. So what I did, I took the recommended needles, USI 6, and I cast it on the neck just with the regular cast on, and then I went ahead and I started with the short rows. So you have a little bit of short rows on the back. I did the short rows wrong the first time, and I was so mad. I was like, ah! Because I did the short rows just on one side, and then I did the short rows on the sleeve actually, so I had to rip that off, which I feel like, I mean, like, short rows make me so nervous, and to make such a stupid mistake, I mean, anyway. So after you finish with the short rows, you start with the repeats for the eyelet block. So right away when you finish short rows, the next row, I think I did 1 row of knits, and then you start with the blocks of eyelet. So I did that, and at the same time I was doing the increases. It felt a little weird when I was doing the increases and then the yarn over, but it looks quite nice, I'll say myself. And then after that, this is around 4 inches, like 3 and something, and I keep on going, stocking it with the increases until I separate for the sleeves. I place my stitches on a waist yarn, and then I did, I think, 2 rows of knit, or just stockinette rows, and I went ahead and I did my second block of eyelet and another one of the stockinette, and I finished with another eyelet block, 2, and I think I did 1 more row after I finished that 4th last row, did 1 row of knit, and then I started with the rip on the bottom, and I switched the needles to size 6, and I should have not done just a regular cast off because it doesn't stretch, and my hips are I'm a little hippie, so I may need to go ahead and rip that off and do like a stretchy cast off. The thing is that with cotton, I'm always worried that it's going to stretch and like grow, so I thought it was going to be a great idea, but I don't know. I can totally keep it like that, just wear it tucked in, and I have done that with another sweater, which I always use it tucked in, but I should do both, sit down and just do a stretchy cast on. I know, cast off, a stretchy cast off. So after that, I place all my sleeve stitches on my needles, and I did 2 rows of knit, and then I started with the eyelet, and I thought I didn't want it to be too long of a sleeve, and I will definitely probably change this because I feel like you actually need the 6 row. It doesn't look bad, but I feel like yeah, it was a bad decision. So yeah, I thought it was gonna be too long, like down here, but they're actually super high, like this shirt a little bit. This shirt doesn't fit me very well, but they're quite high, so they can go down to middle of my bicep. I don't think it's gonna look bad, but that's one thing. She Kakan Knits at YouTube link where you can follow instructions to do the cast off in a way that it will not roll, and I did that, and I mean, my life have been changed, completely changed. It's gonna be game on from now on. Like I didn't know that existed. Actually, I didn't know that was the thing. Just saying. So that's all I did. Let's talk about the yarn, because I have not talked about the yarn because I'm trying my best to move away of being a yarn snob, okay? Don't get offended. I'm trying my very, very best. The other day I was talking about how biased I am of my friends' hand-dyed yarn. You know, I'm not gonna apologize for that, and from now on I'm gonna tell you I am biased. Like, this is my friend's yarn and I'm biased. But I was watching somebody talk about a premium yarn, and I was like, I don't want to say trigger, but I was a little like, wow, I don't ever want to sound like that. So it's been my motto for the last couple of months to work with things that are mass produced, because number one, my friends they don't dye cotton, and number two, I want to test this yarn that have 5 stars reviews, tons of users love it, and I don't see in podcasts out there, I don't see people knitting with these cheap yarns that they call. Okay, cheap yarn. I'm not against acrylic. I prefer not to, but at the same time, I bought a couple of things that have acrylic, and you will hear me talk about this yarn later on. But I made this sweater with the Lion brand 24/7 cotton DK. I think this one comes in a worsted weight yarn as well. I bought 3 skeins. I took advantage of a 30% off sale that they had at Joann's, and I believe I paid $4 per skein. I used 2 skeins, actually 183 grams to make this sweater. I have this left, and then I have a full yarn, or sorry, skein left. This is in the color cacao, and it's kind of like a beigey pinkish color, and I love it. I love the fact that I threw it in the washing machine, and it was perfect. It dried. I put it in a dryer, and there's nothing happened. The yarn doesn't look tired. It actually looked really nice. The yarn was not splitty. It didn't unravel on me. I didn't have any problems while I knitted that I have with some other yarns, and it actually was a breeze to knit. I did feel that here on my elbow joints was a little tired, but at the same time I knitted this in 4 days. So I started at Sunday and I finished yesterday, so I pushed through yesterday and the day before just to be done because I'm trying my best to bring you a video a week, but I cannot knit as fast as I want to, so I may need to make these videos every 2 weeks or bring some other things, sprinkle here and there just to keep the content going. But back to the yarn. I spent, if I'm going to take in consideration that I paid $4 per skein, $8 for this sweater. And if I'm going to add the $9.41, I think that the pattern cost, this sweater comes down to $17.41, and it's quite economical. I will have to say, this yarn, it's so good. I have not tried it, I've not watched it, I've not, you know, used it. I don't know how it will perform long term. I will keep you guys posted, but so far I actually love this yarn, how it knitted. I'm gonna give you guys some kind of like shots of more details of the yarn. I plan to wear this with a bra. I have like a little bralette kind of situation. I love that bra. I cannot use underwire. I don't have big breasts. I am a cancer patient. I have breast cancer and I cannot use underwire. So I have this cute little same kind of color bralette I'm going to use under it. I don't mind having my bra exposed. It's not for you if you want to do this modification. Just have a little shell or a little cami underneath, and I am going to plan to wear it with big earrings or tons of necklaces. And this is not something that I will overlay. I think if I'm going to make it again, I will probably just I don't know, just do the rib here, and it will be shorter so I can wear over things. But so far I think it's just so cute. Maybe the black one not happening. So I cannot wait to style it and show you guys later on. So in conclusion, this was a little bit bigger because I didn't get a swatch when I supposed with the, you know, the modifications. It's gonna be a great sweater for this weather, but not to use it for church, because I'm gonna have my bits out. I love that it's drapey and it has air conditioning, because you guys know I am dying of a heat stroke right now, but I love it. So far pattern, 5 freaking stars. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I'm gonna give it stars right now. 5 stars on the pattern you needed. If you're thinking about it, go ahead and click on the link below so you can acquire yours. And then yarn wise, 5 freaking stars. I'm gonna give you 5 stars. I had no problem with this yarn. Twist really tight, doesn't split while you're knitted. I use metal needles, so maybe that worked, or that helped. But yarn, 5 stars. 5 stars as well. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do like this video and give me all the comments. I love the comments. And I see you next time. Happy knitting. Bye.